So I've watched Hardwell DJ in 0.25x speed, and in today's video, I'm gonna share with you 10 cool DJ techniques that he does that you probably never noticed before. So let's start off by talking about Hardwell's transition techniques. So the first thing I noticed is how Hardwell EQs his tracks when he transitions. So when mixing the next song in, he prefers to always have its low EQ all the way to the left side, with everything else at the 12 o'clock position, including the current song. When he brings the next song's volume up, Hardwell tends to balance the frequencies by bringing the current song's EQs to the 11 o'clock position. Sometimes he varies with this though, but he mostly affects the low and high EQs of the previous song when mixing. Now when his next track's volume is all the way up, he usually brings the current song's low EQ all the way to the left side and does either 4 different things interchangeably. Number 1. He filters it out with an echo effect activated. Number 2. He brings the volume fader down with an echo effect activated as well. Number 3. He backspins the track with an echo effect also activated on it. And number 4, he simply brings down the volume fader. Now let's move on to how Hardwell likes to enhance and complement his EDM build-ups. So the first way he does so is by using a 1/8 roll effect on a build-up as it continues to grow. But the trick here is how he activates and deactivates the effect to add more tension to the build-up. And sometimes he even just activates a 1/8 roll on a build-up and just drives that in before the song reaches its drop. Since we're on the topic of using effects to accent a track, Hardwell implements 2 ways in doing this. So the first and easiest way he does this is by simply high-pass filtering a track during its chorus section. He also alternates doing this technique with an echo effect. But when he does so, he also brings the low EQ of the track to the left and back to better emphasize what he's doing. So those are the easy things Hardwell does when he mixes. But when he wants to take things up a notch, he uses loops and scratching in his sets. But before we get to that, if you guys are still watching, comment down below a DJ whose mixing style you guys want me to break down next, and I might just do it like I did this one. Thanks again guys for this suggestion. Also, if you guys want to get exclusive access to my secret mix breakdowns and tutorials just like this, consider joining my YouTube membership program. Besides getting access to secret content, you'll also be able to download all my DJ edits for free. Anyway, let's now move on. So Hardwell likes to implement using loops in his sets. Take this transition for example. So as 2 songs are mixing with each other, Hardwell creates a 1-beat loop on the current song and activates an echo effect on it. Then he simply makes that one beat loop tighter and tighter till it reaches 1/8. And he does this by first using the CDJ's touchscreen controls.
The Slam
Then by using the CDJ's jog wheels.
Mix Marathon. Play music.
Play live. Rock's about to go down.
Now if you guys want to reduce the loop beat length on your controller, simply press the Q/loop button over here. So this last observation really surprised me, but Hardwell also scratches, and he likes to implement the scratching during the build-up sections in songs. So before we break this technique down, the first thing we have to understand is that if a track is not playing, you can push and pull its platter and have the track automatically go back to where you originally queued it up. So with that in mind, to do this Hardwell scratch, all you have to do is push the platter and snap the volume fader up and down. So going back to what Hardwell did, he starts out by doing his scratch on the next song's beat as the current song's build-up plays. And he also puts some variation in it by also baby scratching the track. Then he does his scratch a little bit more, then stops. Then mixes the next song in by simply playing it when the current song reaches its drop.
The Slam Mix Marathon.
And that's it. If you guys want to know how to mix like Hardwell, check out my beginner DJ course down below and use coupon code BOOMERS to get a huge discount on it.